Yo, what's good guys? I'm back with another video today, and today we're talking about 10 things to make your 808 hit harder and sound way better. So without wasting any more time, let's hop into FL Studio. First of all, let's just get a right loop. That's not even the point. You just gotta have a good melody. Let's go to my new loop kit, Pop Adventure, listen to a few loops and see if we can find something that sounds good. But I think the Summer Days loop is perfect. Now we're going to the first point, and that's a good 808. There isn't really a good and a bad 808. There are just right moments for certain 808s. For this melody, I'm going with this 808. So the next thing we want to check is if the 808 is in tune. First of all, we send our 808 to a mixer track. It doesn't matter which one. The only thing we need to do is put a tuner on the mixer track. You just click this bass button here and then just listen to it. And you can see it's in tune. If your 808 is not in tune, go to your sound and then you can play with the pitch wrench on the top here. Go a few cents up, a few cents down, depending on how many cents your 808 is out of tune, and you're good to go. Your 808 is tuned. And the third point that we're talking about is putting your 808 in key. So how are we gonna do that? First of all, you could just use the sub bass notes, but if you wanna keep everything in key, you first of all gotta figure out the key or just use your ears. We're in B flat minor. Think about it in the major key, so it's A sharp minor, and if that's A sharp, you just go 3 up, 1, 2, 3, and that's C sharp. That's the major key. From there on, you have D sharp, F sharp, then you go up again, and you go up again, and that's the major scale. It's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That's the order. You stay in key 100% of the time. So after we're in key, just use the root notes. In some cases, it's actually good to use different notes, for example at the end, or if you want to create a different feel, but it's the best if you use the root notes of the actual loop and follow the chord progression. So for this one, we got a 5, 3, 1, 4 progression. I listen to that because I know that chord progression, but if you don't have that advanced of an ear, follow the bass notes. Step 5 is rhythm. Keep a good rhythm, because if your 808 doesn't have a good rhythm, it will not sound good. Make sure to keep the metronome on while you're doing stuff like that. So we got the rhythm down. There's just one problem, and let's go to point 6, putting your 808 on hold. So how are we doing that, and why do we need to do that? If you just listen, so they interfere with each other. And how to fix this is go to the sound, go to this envelope thingy here, put everything down besides the hold button. Put the hold button up, and that's it. Let's go to point 7, and that's the right tonal range. Let me just give you a quick demo of what a tonal range is. So this is a way too low tonal range, and if we go up, this is way too high. This is pretty much good, but always do 3 up or 3 down and see if it makes it better. For this one, maybe let's just go 2 up. You gotta listen to the 808, listen to the melody. If you pitch the melody up and it's too harsh, you gotta pitch it down a bit and really listen to melody and 808 and find the perfect mix between both. Point 7, and that's finding the right kick. I like a kick that actually hits hard, not a deep kick, more mid-range focused kick. I have like a go-to kick, the Rio Leva clip kick. How you're gonna add the kick real fast, we're gonna drag it in here. You're just gonna copy that, then paste it over. Go Option K, puts all the kicks to C, go Shift D and make them all small. And after you did that, they ain't really hitting right. Let's go to point 8, and that's sidechaining. Take these, and a quick tip, if you want to take multiple sounds and put them to the mixer, select them both and press Command L. Put a limiter on the 808, then go to the kick and right click on this little arrow down here and go sidechain to this track. Go back to the limiter, choose your sidechain, then you go put the threshold a bit down, and after you put the threshold a bit down, you can play with the knee and ratio as well. I would put the threshold all the way down, just leave a little bit open. It's swelling up a bit too slow, so we go to the release and pull it back a bit. So that's how it sounds without any sidechaining. And that's how it sounds with. Step 10, and that's the last step, and that's mastering. Go to Fruity Limiter and just delete that, because we won't be needing this. Open Ozone. I know a lot of people just use the limiter or Maximus. You can do that if you know what it's doing. I really like Ozone because it's really simple. You can't forget the equalizer. The limiter can be helpful, but we don't need that for now. The maximizer is the one we want to talk about. You have IRC1, IRC2. Always go with 2. Intelligent control to clear and sharp limiting to preserve peak. That's what we want. We want it still to be hitting hard. Let's play with the threshold. You just go down. That's too much. You can also play with the slowness and the fastness. Of course, don't go too fast or too slow. You just want to be like at 1/8. So you can turn on this one. So basically what that does, it clips a bit of the 808, essentially the kick. But yeah, you don't want to overdo it as well. So sometimes you actually don't have to. So these are a few tips and go-to things I always do with my 808. Maybe not check if something is in tune or in key if I already know it is in tune. But I hope you all found this video helpful and it helped you make some good 808s. And I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you watching. Till then.